watching ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office has released the identities of the people involved in the deadly crash in Dixmont last week. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. Also, a Presque Isle man was found guilty of a 2019 double murder in court Friday, and a truck driver faced a judge in Bangor Superior Court for the accidental death of a state police detective. We'll explain along with the rest of our stories. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Monday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Alright, we had some fog earlier this morning, but now this is great. No fog out there now, though, but we are watching clouds that are starting to approach from the southwest to the north and east. A lot of it's over us now, so it will be a struggle to see a lot of sunshine today, as we'll be watching our next system moving in from the south and west with plenty of chances for showers and thunderstorms, some beneficial rain on the way later on tonight. I'm actually concerned about a little bit of flash flooding with the amount of rain that will fall overnight tonight over a short period of time, but we do need the rainfall, though. It's been dry across a good part of the state, but by about 7 o'clock tonight, we'll watch for showers and storms moving in. They'll push out of here as we head towards tomorrow, but some clouds and some fog could hang around again as we head towards tomorrow morning. The winds will not be a huge deal. They'll actually be calm for the next few days, though, but still out of the south at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. A few higher gusts along the coast could still be possible, too, as that area of low pressure continues to pass through. But for today, not too bad. Mostly cloudy, not a lot of sunshine, with temperatures again in the lower 80s. That south breeze at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, showers and thunderstorms likely. Lows in the middle 60s, some dense fog as well. Northwest breeze at about 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, middle 70s, scattered rain showers in a few areas. Plenty of dry hours, too. That south breeze at about 5 miles per hour. Hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period. Cloudy skies, showers and storms arrive late. Temperatures in the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. One person died in a car crash in Blue Hill Saturday night. Authorities say they received a call about a single vehicle crash on Pleasant Street at about 8:15 p.m. They say 26-year-old Carson Crocker of Blue Hill was driving a truck and failed to negotiate a curve before his truck left a road and hit a large tree. He was pronounced dead at the scene. According to the Hancock County Sheriff's deputies, Crocker was not wearing a seatbelt. They say speed and alcohol are likely contributing factors. The accident is still under investigation. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office has released the identities of the people involved in a deadly crash in Dixmont Wednesday. It happened on Route 9 just after 12:30 Wednesday afternoon. Investigators have determined 34-year-old Andrew Clark of Belfast was traveling at a high rate of speed and making unsafe passes while traveling west. They say during one of his passes, Clark's car struck an oncoming car driven by 74-year-old Doreen Spinney of Dixmont. Both people died at the scene. They were the only people in their vehicles. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office is still investigating that crash. Authorities are investigating a death in Presque Isle. At approximately 2 o'clock Thursday afternoon, the Presque Isle Police Department received a call about a deceased man at 17 Parsons Street. During their investigation, officers say they discovered a suspicious-looking package at the residence. They vacated the home and shut down the road. A spokesperson says the State Fire Marshal's office is trying to determine who had the package and how the device got there. The Presque Isle Police Department is investigating the death. A Presque Isle man was found guilty of a 2019 double murder in court Friday. According to defense attorney Vern Parody, on Friday, a jury found Bobby Nightingale guilty of murdering 25-year-old Alan Curtis and 51-year-old Roger Ellis. Their bodies were found in a truck on State Road in Castle Hill back in 2019. Multiple witnesses testified to seeing and hearing gunshots prior to the discovery of both bodies. The prosecution also argued that Nightingale identified the four-wheeler ATV found at the scene as his own property. It's unclear at this time when he will be sentenced. A man charged with robbing a bank in Brewer was sentenced on Friday. 51-year-old Timothy Larrabee of Brewer was arrested for allegedly entering the Bangor Savings Bank located at 425 Wilson Street in Brewer and threatening a teller. Court records show he obtained more than $1,400 before running from the bank. Larrabee was in court for 8 separate cases and a variety of charges, including the bank robbery. Penobscot County Assistant District Attorney Christopher Almy says Larrabee has shown a pattern of reoffending.
What concerns us in this law enforcement community is because of the jails being so full, because of the pandemic, because of COVID-19, we're not able to process these cases, and so people are out committing crimes one after the other without it being held accountable.
Larrabee pleaded guilty as part of a plea agreement. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison. A truck driver faced a judge in Bangor Superior Court for the accidental death of a state police detective. A.J. Douglas has the details.
Friday, Scott Willett accepted responsibility for causing fatal injuries to state police detective Bill Campbell.
I can't even begin to say how sorry I am to the family and everybody. It was an accident that I never would have ever imagined, and I just feel so bad myself. I have to deal with this too every day. I don't, not a day goes by, I don't think about it. And I am so sorry to everybody that's involved. I never ever would have imagined hurting anyone.
Willett was charged with death by violation and additional traffic offenses due to equipment failures after Willett's logging truck lost 2 wheels in tire assemblies on April 3, 2019. One wheel violently struck Ben Campbell and ultimately caused Campbell's death. A judge ordered Willett to pay $15,000 and the suspension of his license for 6 months. Assistant District Attorney Christopher Almy says he understands questions might be raised concerning Willett's sentencing terms.
And based upon the evidence that we had, we felt that the appropriate charge was death by violation. That's a new statute that the legislature enacted in the past 15, 20 years. And we felt that it was the appropriate charge for this case.
Almy explains no one wins in this case of accidental death.
This has been a tremendously emotional time for a lot of people. We lost a dear person. He was well loved by his family, by the state troopers that worked with him, by people in our community and his community.
Almy says he knows the tragic events from April 3, 2019 will stay with Willett beyond Friday's conviction.
The defendant appeared to be remorseful. I think it bothers him about what happened. Ben Campbell died right in front of him, and that's going to be on his conscience for a long, long time.
Willett was ordered to pay $25 a month beginning September 2nd and $100 a month beginning April 3rd until fines have been paid in full. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
On Saturday afternoon, the Dexter Police Department responded to a call of a vehicle fire on Spring Street. No occupants were inside the vehicle were hurt. Mayo Ambulance, Dexter Fire Department, and Penobscot County Sheriff Troy Morton assisted with traffic control while firefighters got control of the flames. A truck fire occurred yesterday in Rockport. The Chevy was ignited in flames around 9:30 Sunday morning. According to the Rockport Fire Department, the occupants got out quickly and safely. Traffic was allowed to pass on the same road while the crews worked to put out the fire. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, the town of Machias held its first Wild Blueberry Festival over the weekend, their first in 2 years.
Bruce Poliquin has always fought to protect Maine residents and businesses. That's why he spoke out against a Washington scheme to let the IRS spy on Maine bank accounts. Washington bureaucrats want to monitor our transactions, take more of our money, and ignore our privacy. But Bruce Poliquin is fighting back. Call Bruce and tell him to keep up the fight. He's standing up for Maine and keeping the government out of our bank accounts.
It's the final days of the Ford Summer Supercharged Sales Event at your Ford dealer. Check out our great offers on select Ford vehicles. And when you lock in your order, we'll lock in your rate. That's right. Place your custom order on a 2023 Ford F-150 truck and your interest rate is locked. Even if rates go up before your order comes in, you're protected. That's how Ford is supercharging your summer today. Now, place your order and lock in 2.9% APR for 60 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash on select Ford trucks.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again. There's absolutely no fee unless we win money for you.
I called the twos when I was hit by a speeding driver. Lowry and Associates started working for me for no money up front. I never paid a penny out of pocket, and they settled my case for over $165,000.
I'm Jim with Lowry and Associates. Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
With picture-perfect weather, the town of Machias held its first Wild Blueberry Festival in 2 years. Matthew Jaroncic has the story.
I'm here at the Machias Blueberry Festival, and after 2 years, people are excited that the festival is back.
It's just something that everybody gets out, especially now since COVID, from the last couple of years that we were down, they didn't operate. So it's good to be back.
The Machias Wild Blueberry Festival kicked off a weekend of festivities Friday morning after being canceled the past 2 years due to the pandemic. For Ellen Farnsworth, being able to bring back the event is a great thing for the community.
It impacts the entire community and surrounding communities. So it's really a big deal. It was very difficult for all of us to not have the festival for the past 2 years. Not only that, we missed the community spirit.
According to Farnsworth, the Wild Blueberry Festival attracts more people to Machias than any other event, as the town population of 2,000 residents rises to 15,000 throughout the weekend. Gardner says the event also serves as a great way to showcase local artists and vendors.
It's a lot of local flavor here, I mean, a lot of the vendors here are from the area and stuff like that, and everybody's friendly. So, I mean, it's a pleasant experience as far as I can see for the fairgoers to get to buy different products, whether, being my product or like the blueberry stuff. They got pies and jams and jellies and all that stuff.
Participants got the chance to browse the various vendors that set up shop for the day, from woodworkers to homemade jewelers. First-time visitor Jacob Zielinski says the event provides family-friendly fun.
This was a way to kind of connect with our family, and to come here was a gift.
And as you can see behind me, people are still coming out to this festival, which will run all weekend and include the Wild Blueberry Run and the well-known pie eating contest. Reporting from Machias, Matthew Jaroncic, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Now with Monday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
All eyes are on the annual Federal Reserve Conference this week for signals about more interest rate hikes. It follows the release of minutes from last month's Fed board meeting affirming plans for more increases as inflation continues to surge. Asian markets were mixed today after China cut an interest rate that affects mortgage lending. Amazon is making a bid to acquire Signify Health. The Wall Street Journal reports the retail media tech giant is among other companies, including CVS and United Health, competing for that home health services provider. It could reach a valuation of more than $8 billion. The nation's freight railroads are facing demands to improve service. This as the Federal Surface Transportation Board considers new rules to force railroads to share tracks and improve competition for customers. A breakdown in service has left customers without shipments and delayed passage of raw materials. The railroads say it's staff shortages. And McDonald's is testing out the Chicken Big Mac in Miami this month. It was a success in the UK earlier this year. It features 2 tempura chicken patties with special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and onions on a sesame seed bun. I'm Leo Jonathan with Monday's Business on ABC 7.
Coming up, Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center celebrated its 13th year raising funds for Champion the Cure initiative. When we return, we'll take a look at how far they've come.
From a humble horse and buggy beginning over 100 years ago to a fleet of modern deluxe motor coaches today, Sear North Star Tours wants to take you places. In Maine, throughout the United States, and abroad, we offer tours and day trips to suit everyone's interests and passions. Cherry blossoms in the spring, Prince Edward Island in the summer, trips to the city, trips to the shore, culture, history, music, and more. Sear North Star Tours. Where can we take you?
The Piscataquis Valley Fair, an old-time country fair, August 25th through the 28th in Dover-Foxcroft. This reminder brought to you by Mallet Real Estate Agency for old-fashioned honest service in the Penquist region. Puritan Medical Products, makers of quality disposable medical devices, and Hardwood Products, makers of quality disposable woodenware since 1919. And Johnson Foundations, full concrete foundations, floors, pool areas, slabs, specialty walkways, and walls.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Here's this week's featured deal.
Mainly Pizza is not just pizza. They have grocery items, baked goods, breakfast sandwiches, and subs. They also have freshly baked desserts and ice cream, all in a family atmosphere. A visit to Mainly Pizza is worth the drive.
On sale Thursday at 9 a.m. A limited supply available half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
She offered you to come to stay with her, and you would split the rent.
No, ma'am. In the beginning, she offered to help.
This friend thought she found a free home.
It didn't work out because of some internet bill. So what you did was you took her off the account. Then you had a fight.
Now someone's gonna pay.
As I'm closing the door, she literally football tackles through the door, and it hit me in the back of the head. I did then turn around, and I grabbed her.
Next, Judge Judy.
Monday at 5, only on ABC 7.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again.
I never paid a penny out of pocket, and they settled my case for over $165,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
When Katahdin Cruises and Moosehead Marine Museum want to know the local forecast, they log into foxbangor.com. Take a step back in time and experience Moosehead Lake from a unique viewpoint. Book your cruise now on the Steamboat Katahdin, online or at the ticket office the day of the cruise.
Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center celebrated its 13th year raising funds for Champion the Cure initiative. A.J. Douglas spoke to the leaders to learn why these fundraising events are so special to the community.
There are a lot of children out there that need help and a lot of families that need support.
Ray's P.B. Haskell Children's Cancer and Treatment Center was named after Anita Haskell's son after he lost his battle with cancer at a young age. Since then, Anita has made it her mission to help other parents of cancer patients.
I realized how hard it was for the patient as well as the family, and I just have felt compelled ever since.
Rand O'Leary, president of Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center, says the money raised will go towards the purchase of a unique device used as a diagnostic tool for cancer patients.
It's vital in that it allows us to treat more patients than we would normally be able to treat. And here at the Lafayette Family Cancer Institute, we treat patients from really all over the state of Maine.
An anonymous donor has offered to match up to $250,000 in funds. O'Leary credits all donors throughout the community for the cancer program and center.
Without their support, we really couldn't do this. And so we're just very, very pleased that everyone's turned out today. And it's a beautiful day.
To learn more about fundraising opportunities coming up, log on to our website at foxbangor.com. In Brewer, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
With less than a week before students return back to school, we spoke to one school administrator who tells us safety is always the top priority. School Safety and Communications Director for Bangor School Department, Ray Finney, says the district has had a safety plan established for years for all 11 schools throughout the city. Each plan differs per school location and is confidential. However, Finney says it's important that parents know the proper language used for standard response protocols. The Bangor School Department works to provide parents and students with the most up-to-date information when making adjustments to a safety plan.
After something happens in the world, we look at our plan and we learn from those instances. So looking at things that happened in May in Texas and looking at how we can build our plan and make it better and make our students safer. I want to make sure there's a common language between parents, students, and staff.
Parents interested in learning more about their child's safety plan should contact their school's principal or the Bangor School Department at 992-4152. When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Summer is ending, but the savings are endless at Bob's Discount Furniture. And this Labor Day weekend, we're having a summer send-off celebration at all Bob's locations near you and all 164 stores coast to coast, with 16 new stores this year alone.
Get Bob's Discount!
I know there's conflicting information about Dupuytren's contracture.
I thought I couldn't get treatment yet.
Well, people may think that their contracture has to be severe to be treated, but it doesn't. If you can't lay your hand flat on the table, talk to a hand specialist.
But what if I don't want surgery?
Well, then you should find a hand specialist certified to offer non-surgical treatments.
What's the next step?
Visit findahandspecialist.com today to get started.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. Winning car accident cases is what we do. Check out a few of our big wins.
I broke my wrist, and they got me $185,000. What did the twos do for you?
I injured my hip, and they got me $260,000. What did the twos do for you?
I needed multiple surgeries, and Lowry & Associates got me $350,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
There's a big question going around Seasons Grill and Sports Lounge at 427 Main Street in Bangor about how fresh their seafood is. So I decided to find out exactly how fresh it is in this live investigative report. So we went all the way down to Deer Isle, Stonington, Captain John, to ask the question, is the seafood fresh?
That's fresh enough for you.
The Summer Lobster Special at Seasons in Bangor is now on. Restrictions may apply. See seasonsbangor.com for more details.
Mirror, mirror on my 5-piece Tremont bedroom set. Only $9.99. Dresser and mirror, chest, queen bed, even a nightstand. At Bob's Discount Furniture, you get the quality and value you deserve, even if you like talking to yourself in the mirror.
Get Bob's Discount!
If you think it takes too long to make a to-die-for from-scratch dinner that your family will love, it's time to think again. That's right. You probably have the ingredients right in your pantry. So let's get started. We begin by sautéing some chopped garlic and onion in a good amount of olive oil until they're tender. To that, we add a can of crushed tomatoes, some black olives that we've cut in half, and a little salt and pepper. While this simmers for a bit, we drain some pasta that will serve it over. Now we add chicken broth and a little sugar. You see, the sugar reduces the acidity in the tomatoes. Come dinner time, all that's left to do is serve our homemade sauce over a piping hot pasta and top it with fresh basil. Maybe team that with a salad and a loaf of crusty bread for a meal that's restaurant worthy. To get the recipe for what we call pasta rustica, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found one of Kelly's favorite ways for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Yummy?
A local motorcycle club held their second annual Ride for Charity Sunday. Devin Dagno has more.
The Red Knights are a motorcycle club fully comprised of first responders. Their goal? Give back to the community around them.
And that's our mission, is to just give back to our community in any way that we can.
Every year, the group hosts a ride for charity to raise funds for someone in the community. This year, the group is riding for Garrett Armstrong, a fourth grader and aspiring YouTuber who is battling acute lymphoblastic leukemia, a type of cancer where the bone marrow creates too many white blood cells.
He's from our community. He's a local boy, and honestly, he loves firefighting. He wants to be a firefighter when he gets older. He loves fire trucks. He loves everything about firefighting, and it fit our cause. It fit what we do.
The Red Knights and everyone else in Garrett's community banded together to raise donations for Garrett's treatment and for his family. More than 80 vehicles registered for the charity ride at $20 apiece. Those who were unable to ride gave private donations and participated in the auction that was also hosted by the Red Knights.
There's really no words to describe the support and love that the whole community, let alone the Red Knights, but statewide, countrywide. It's real overwhelming. It's really, thank goodness for everybody, for their support.
As of now, Garrett's family says he'll be able to attend school in the fall and get back to living a normal life.
After today's event, the Red Knights were able to raise over $5,000 for Garrett and his family. If anyone would still like to donate, a link can be found on the Red Knights website. In Brownville, I'm Devin Dagnall, reporting for ABC 7 Fox 22.
Now let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Happy Monday, Devin.
Happy Monday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. All right, not too bad out there. The fog has pretty much gotten out of here at this point, though, so that means we're not dealing with any visibility issues, but we are dealing with clouds moving in from the southwest going toward the north and east, and this is ahead of our next system that's going to start moving in. Now give us chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms, some heavy downpours possible, too. We do need the precipitation. It's right along the eastern coast, so with this warm front right about in here, the low pressure not too far away, that'll give us some boosts in the dew points, too, along with some of those heavy downpours and some temperatures that'll be up and down as well. Again, we need the precipitation. The latest drought monitor showing us a moderate, even severe drought across some parts of the state near Bangor, so any rainfall tonight will definitely be some good news there. Wave height's unusually quiet at this point. They're looking pretty good out there at around 1 to 2 feet according to the buoys out there, so the ocean remaining rather peaceful at this point, which means water temperatures looking pretty good as well. In the 60s along the coastal, a little bit warmer further down toward the south and east near the Gulf Stream, so things again looking pretty good in our neck of the woods. But again, a little bit of a wind out there today, nothing ridiculous, maybe a quick gust up to about 15 miles per hour, and that'll be about it. But the wind will not be a huge deal, at least for the next little while. Our average high is 79 degrees. We'll be in the lower 80s today, middle 70s by a Tuesday, with lower to middle 80s by Wednesday and a Thursday, back down to the upper 70s by Friday and a Saturday. Then lower 80s again as we head towards your Sunday. Dew points will be rising. We'll feel a little bit more humid moving forward, though, with some of those dew points reaching up for the lower to middle 60s, possibly getting close to the 70s in a few spots before we start falling back again as we head towards the Saturday. So a few humid days that will be on the way. UV index forecast for today, despite the clouds, will be at a 6 as considered high. A burn time of around 30 minutes, so hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you do head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn, even with the clouds sticking around. Future counts moving forward, those scattered showers and thunderstorms possible tonight. Some heavy downpours moving through. By about 7 to 8 o'clock, this will all begin. We'll push it northeast, and by tomorrow, things will start to look better, but some clouds and maybe a few peaks of sunshine as well. Some fog early in the morning as well, and a few chances for scattered showers and storms again as we head towards Tuesday night. And of course, we do need the precipitation too. 1 to 2 inches of rain possible before we're all finished up. This is good news. This is right over some drought areas. Forecast for today, lower 80s, mostly cloudy, south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 60s, scattered showers and thunderstorms, likely some dense fog as well. Northwest breeze at about 5 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast, not too bad. More storms on the way as we head towards Wednesday, though. Not a huge chance with temperatures in the lower 80s. Smaller chance by Thursday, otherwise partly cloudy. Highs in the mid 80s and upper 70s by Friday with a chance for storms.
The weekend was absolutely beautiful. I hope you had a chance to get out and enjoy it. Looks like we might have a little bit of rain, which I know we need. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.
This week